Are you going to do a bench press for me? Come on, just do it normally first. Let me take a look. Okay, cameraman is ready. All right, don't move yet. First, look at how he's gripping it. See how his wrists are bent backward? When the wrists are bent backward, there's a lot of pressure on them. So it's very difficult to transfer the weight of the barbell to your chest because the force is broken right at the wrist. Now lower it down. Okay, don't move. Secondly, look, this is his chest, and it's landing about 3 centimeters below his chest. The landing point is too low, because the further down you lower it, the more it lands below the chest. That means the anterior deltoids and triceps will be more involved. Also, look at his upper arms from the side. Do they go behind his body? A lot of it is because he's quite tall, since he's 2.02 meters. He's tall, and he's not actually thin. It's just that compared to his height, he is. He's not really suited for touching the bar to his chest because once he does, the angle between his shoulder and torso is too wide. Since the angle is too wide, the area that gets stretched the most is right here. Feel this. It's already hard as steel. So the tension in the front of his shoulder becomes extremely high. So if you increase the weight like this, his chest won't be able to generate any force. His shoulders are prone to injury, so he can only lower it to here. Just big, the bar is parallel to the ground. And then above the chest, that way the chest can take the load. All right, because you don't really know how to grip it, you'll keep wobbling when you push like this. Also, when I teach everyone how to do a flat bench press, the position you lie in is very important because it's very long, over 2 meters. So when you lie down, you have to choose this bench press bench. Because some brands of bench press benches are long and some are short. What if he chooses a very short one? His lying position would be incorrect and he would end up with his chin facing the bar. Now, what if you encounter someone who is very short? Most people, when they lie down, they actually lie too far down. So lie down a bit further down. Lie down even further. If you lie like this, what problem will arise? You'll find it very difficult to unrack the bar. Your hands have to reach way back to unrack the bar, and then it's also difficult when you rack it. This is the easiest way to injure your shoulder, leading to shoulder impingement, because when you're under load, let's say you're pressing 100 kilograms, you're essentially pulling 100 kilograms from behind your head to the front. This entire process relies heavily on the shoulder joint, which is where problems easily arise. Now, if you lie too far up, hey, move up. Then push it up like this. When you push it up like this, your shoulders feel a bit better, but at this point, as soon as you lower it, you're prone to lowering it too far down, because if you lower it a bit higher up, you'll hit that thing. Right? And if you lie too far up, you won't be able to rack the bar. When you can't rack it, it ends up pressing against your upper chest. In that situation, you can't push it down, and it's most likely to get stuck on your neck. It becomes a guillotine. So look, during the pandemic, did you see that news story about a gym in Henan? He went in by himself with a key, and while doing bench presses, he got crushed to death. Right? That made the news during the pandemic, didn't it? So bench pressing is actually quite dangerous. Let's add some plates to it. How much do you usually bench press? What's the most you can do at 80 kilograms?
And for this past year or so, how have you been training your bench press? Because my shoulder had some issues and upper limb injury, so I've been adjusting slowly.
He's very professional. He used to bench press up to 110 kilograms, and now he's doing 80 kilograms. Because his shoulder joint had some issues, his upper body is quite stiff. Do you know where the shoulder joint is? Right? Those who have studied anatomy know. Okay, so when you're lying down, what's the standard position? It's that the vertical line of the barbell should be directly above your eyes. That is, your eyes, and the vertical line of the barbell should be aligned vertically. But if the eyes are aligned with the vertical line, you need to check if his pelvis is sticking out. If it's not sticking out, then go lower. Right, that kind of distance. Directly above his eyes. Okay, and then before you add the plates, I just measured it. The grip width depends on whether his upper and lower arms can form a 90-degree angle when he lowers the bar. Actually, his grip width just now was fine. Okay, because this isn't a Smith machine, he doesn't need to rotate it. So look at how he's gripping it. Is it in the palm of his hand? As long as it's in the palm, once you unrack the bar, your wrist will collapse or flip. This is called a collapsed wrist, and this is a neutral, straight wrist. Both collapsed wrists and overextended wrists can cause wrist injuries. With an overextended wrist, the barbell is unstable and might fall. With a collapsed wrist, the pressure is placed directly onto the wrist joint. So you need to grip it at the heel of your palm. Do you know where the heel of the palm is? Right here, yeah. And after you've gripped it, try to act as if you're trying to bend the barbell. Yes, try to bend the barbell like that. As you're bending it, feel whether the pressure on the heels of both palms is even and whether the position is the same. Once you've gripped it tight, imagine this is a sugar cane and you want to snap it in half. If the left side feels different, then you need to adjust the left side. It feels a bit loose, but once you bend it like this, you can immediately tell, because the more you bend it, the more the reaction force presses into your palms. You can't grip the left side with your palm heel because you're holding it in the center. Rotate it slightly, then try bending it again. That's better now, right? Do you know why he couldn't get a solid grip no matter how he held it before? It's because he was just grabbing it here in the middle of his palm. That doesn't work. It leaves a gap, and when you try to bend it, you can't apply any force. So you have to hold it like this and then bend it. How does it feel now? Hey, don't move yet. Don't grip it tight just yet. Right, like this. Is it solid now? Okay, just rest your hand lightly here. Don't grip it tight yet. Once you grip it tight, you won't be able to take a deep breath. Because for our human brain, clenching your fist means you're ready to fight. And if you're ready to fight, you can't take deep breaths. That's your stress response. So either you're angry and clenching your fists, or you're getting ready to throw down. Therefore, if you clench your fist first and then try to inhale, you definitely won't be able to. So you need to inhale first and then clench your fist. That way you can inhale and you've drawn the breath in here. Yes, inhale right here, making every single chest hair stand up. They're standing up, they're standing up. All right, the biggest taboo when doing a barbell bench press is looking down to see where the barbell is. Once you look down, your form is completely ruined. You can only use your peripheral vision to check. You cannot look down like that. Not bad. You shouldn't lower it too far. Just bringing it down to about the level of your chest is fine. And look, his left hand is good now because I helped him position it, but his right hand has collapsed. See that? The left wrist is pressed like this, while the right wrist is just laid flat. Hook it, hook it. If you do it like this, the force on both sides will be uneven and you'll get injured. Sweating a lot, sweating a lot. I've never had so many girls looking at my chest hair at the same time. You're so used to messing around that you can't increase your bench press weight. At 2.02 meters tall, you shouldn't normally be benching only 110. 110 is a weight we use just for warming up. It's light. Still not right. Don't move, just relax. Pronate your forearms a little bit. Okay, grip it like this, grip it. Don't wrap your thumb around. Relax this side, relax, relax. Okay, grip it and then twist it a bit. Is that about right? Yes, this way your wrist won't collapse. Yes, you'll have strength immediately like this. That's why I taught you the grip first yesterday, because this is the most distal point, the place in closest contact with the weight and the handle. Now it's much more stable than when you were pushing just a moment ago. Exactly. So if you don't get this grip right, no matter how well you do your breathing or your positioning afterward, it won't mean much. Because if you break down right at the most distal point, what is that equivalent to? It's like a car stuck in the mud or the desert. If you want to tow it out, this is like the tow hook. If the hook doesn't hold, how can you pull it? Your hands are the point of connection to any weight. But if the most critical point of connection fails, if you can't get a grip, how can you possibly transmit the force? How can you possibly lift it up? And it doesn't really work. But many people think that breathing is important when lifting weights. And breathing is indeed very important. But this thing is even more important than breathing. However, when we learn many fitness training methods, there aren't teachers who properly teach you these things, because these things aren't in our textbooks either. It's just about adding weight anyway, from the pyramid principle to the pyramid principle, the wider principles, and then just get to work. Supersets, compound sets, these are generally what they teach you.